Let's be honest about how unfair you have been to yourself. You spent 5, 10, maybe 15 years tearing yourself down. You spent years feeding your mind junk, staying in rooms where you were not respected, and telling yourself you would never be enough. You gave your worst self over a decade of dedicated destruction. And now you have been trying to fix your life for 3 weeks and you are frustrated because you do not feel like a new person yet. You are ready to quit because the good version of you has not shown up with a trophy. But you have to realize you cannot undo 10 years of wreckage in 10 days of effort. You owe your best self the same amount of time you gave your worst self. Think about the discipline it took to destroy yourself. Yes, it was discipline. You were consistent in your self sabotage. You showed up every day to doubt yourself. You never missed a day of procrastinating on your dreams. That version of you, the one who was hurting, the one who was clinging to the wrong things, that version was relentless. It had years of practice. It built a foundation of pain that is now very deep. You did not become lost overnight. It was a slow, deliberate process of making small bad choices. And life did not care about your excuses then, just like it will not ignore them now. You built a monument to your own suffering, and you did it with brick by brick consistency. People talk about instant transformation. It is a lie. Real change is a math problem. If you spent 3,000 days convincing yourself you were a failure, why do you think 30 days of positive thinking is going to win that war? Your mind is a field that you spent years salting. You cannot just throw a few seeds today and wonder why there's no harvest tomorrow. You have to be willing to be boring for as long as you were broken. Success is a slow build. It's about how long you can keep standing up. It's about staying when it hurts and staying when nobody claps. You gave your worst self your youth, your energy, and your attention. It's only fair that you give your best self the same grace of time. This is not cold philosophy, it's human understanding. When you stop gripping the need for immediate results, you actually start growing. The moment you say, I'm willing to work for 5 years to fix the 5 years I broke, the pressure vanishes. You stop looking at the clock and start looking at the work. You took risks to hide, to fail, and to stay small. Now take those same risks to be different. Take the risk of being a beginner again. Only risk takers win, and the biggest risk you can take right now is believing that you are worth the time it takes to rebuild. So here's the deal. Look at the mirror. Look at the man you could have been. Tell him, I'm sorry I gave so much time to the version of us that wanted to die. From today, I am giving that same time to the version of us that wants to live. Do not die curious about who you could have been. Give yourself the years, give yourself the space. Because if you were strong enough to survive the years you spent destroying yourself, imagine how powerful you will be after a decade of building. Keep standing.